Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So we are going to do some more testing on the RK2020. Yes, in 2020. We're going to do some more PSP testing on the device and let's see how it's running. Is it any good or is it pretty shitty? That's what we're going to find out. So enjoy the show, consider subscribing, join the Wickedfamily, and let's have some gaming testing fun. With this simply because I did notice some games were not running like it should be. I'm going to put it on the original setting, so when you're going to get this product, you're going to get frame script set to 1. And we're going all the way down. As you can see, everything like the shaders is off, and it was set on 2 times PSP. We're going to do a free mission and we're going to mess around with it. And let's see how stable the FPS is with this game.
Okay, let's begin the briefing. Operator Eugene Solano, I'll be keeping you up to date. We've got news that an invading LASAP squadron, and from their perspective, I guess we can...
You can see that the rally is struggling a little bit. Alright. What we're going to get in the actual game, you can see it's struggling big time. So the next thing that we're going to do, let's see if we can change some things out. For example, we're going to use the scaling option and put it to a minimum. Just to see what is going to happen now. Yeah, we're going to put an auto 101. Let's see if we can change it out a little bit, giving better performance. But sadly, what you can see, it's going all over the place with the FPS. It's not even hitting the 30 FPS with this game. Personally, I think it's not really playable. Yeah, now it is with 30 FPS, but still, no, this is not the way to go to. I must say, I do know with the Dirt game that it has a little bit of a problem with the emulator itself. So it is highly plausible with a newer version it will give better performance. I just wanted to show you what is capable with this device. Okay, so I managed to load it up. Let's see how it looks and how it plays. Fun fact that with previous emulators I've tried it, I had horrible, not only horrible emulation, but I also had quite some different problems like glitches. I don't have any glitches now, but you can see that it is still struggling big time. So what I can do, for example, is going back to the menu, go to the settings, auto skip, let's set it to 3 for example, just to see how it goes, but I'm guessing that will not give us a big enough improvement. Okay, so let's try another game. I already tried it, but still want to show you some more.
At the end of the later Han, corruption plagued the Imperial Court, alienating the people and threatening the authority of the Emperor. Yet it was this very turmoil, caused by the rebellions across the... Zhang Jiao, leader of the religion...
The game I've tried in my main review, and this game runs pretty smooth. I put all settings back to normal, so basically was it frame skip set to 1, and I have put the scaling back to 1 times. Nevertheless, you can see that it runs like a charm, getting a stable 30 FPS. Everything works very well. So you can see that even with the games It's a three-dimensional and it works like a jump. I think it's more like combination is compatibility. Let's try a two-dimensional fighting game. Let's see how the performance are with these games. Most of the time in previous reviews and testing videos I did notice that two-dimensional games are less demanding and will give you a better performance. Don't you love it if you're pressing the wrong button? But don't get me wrong, you can see that it's dipping big time. So we went from around 60 FPS back to 30 and it goes all place. It's just crazy. It goes all over the place again. But you can see that this game runs perfectly. Okay, next up, let's try a three-dimensional racing game. So let's see how it's going to work, if this thing is going to be very good, or is it still going to be shitty like all the previous games, three-dimensional, we have played. Okay, so let's boot it up, and let's see how the performance are with this game. So you can see that it is really more in problem of compatibility than it is always the hardware, because now I am hitting 30 FPS and making this game playable, kind of unplayable, because I really personally prefer to have the 60 FPS. But it is something you need to decide for yourself if you can enjoy in games like this. Wipeout was also really shitty. Oh, here we had a big frame drop, because it's a very fast game. But I think it's a pretty damn poor emulation, because I don't want to have any script. I don't want to have any dips in the FPS whatsoever. And this is also a great example, three-dimensional game, and it suffers even more with frame FPS drops than the previous game. Already getting the warning from the emulator. Oh, it even stopped for a second. We're going into the tunnel. It will be a little bit better now, because need to render less stuff, but still it will not be improvement. Oh, one of my favorite PSP games, but let's see how this is running. So this is basically a racing game, shooting game. But I'm just so curious, how is this going to be performing? Ooh, we got a little dip over there. It doesn't need to load up a lot of stuff. But I think this is a game that can have a better performance than the previous one.
Welcome back to Twisted Metal. I am Calypso. The entire...
But also with this game, it suffers big time of FPS drops. And again, when you're doing more testing, you see that it is not running all the games perfectly. So this is what you're going to get. Maybe in the future with some software tweaking, it will get a little bit better, but you will never get the perfect performance with this device in my opinion. So yeah, let me know what you think of this. I want to thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, hit the little bell, and I will see you in the next one.